Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Sammy's Sweet Life, and I wanted to just do a quick planner video for you guys. Maybe not quick because I tend to get rambly on these planner videos, but I wanted to show you guys how I am repurposing my planners. I am using older year planners, so these are not current planners. I've got my PLUM paper planner that is with an Erin Condren cover set on it. And then I also have my INKWELL Press Live Well 360, which is a disc bound. And now I have been using this one, but I have to say I'm just kind of annoyed that it doesn't have the ring. I love that it's customizable. I think the discs are beautiful. The whole album's beautiful. It's easy to use. But man, that coil really comes in handy for pen storage. So these are the two pins I have been using up until just recently. You just clip them on there. Well, I'm seeming to have technical difficulties. There we go. You can just clip them on there and have your pens with you at all times, and it makes it really nice. And sometimes even I'll just clip them to the cover because it's really nice and convenient to do that as well. So it's just nice to have them there, and I really like just being able to clip them to things. But unfortunately, with a coil, that's not possible, and these covers are really, really thick, so I'm kind of worried about breaking my things. Like, you can't really clip that without really stressing that clip, and I just can't stand when my pen clips get broken. Even that one, like, I can clip it on, but it just doesn't sit very great. So I'm not a huge fan of clipping it to the cover, and you cannot clip it to the coil. So there is an option for a pen loop, but I find that it's very skinny. I don't know if I need to like work on stretching it out, but it is not convenient at all to try to stick my pen in that thing. So I've never stuck it to the actual book. And then I feel it's so permanent, like wherever you stick it's where it's gonna stay. So I don't feel really comfortable sticking it anywhere yet. And so I've struggled with that part of it, is not having a place to stick my pen easily and conveniently. So here is the 2019. I'm using it obviously for 2020. And I'll show you what I did. First, flipping to the beginning, I don't use the monthly spread for anything at this point. I put everything like that in INKWELL, so it's scheduled out like doctor's appointments, my things for the blog. I have color coded. I think I've done a video on that. And if not, that will be an upcoming video because I still use that editorial calendar where I color code and put my videos planned out in that. Putting it on here is just too permanent, and putting it in INKWELL is so easy to move things around. Even appointments get moved around. I have 2 kids, so things change a lot. So I don't tend to use this hardly at all. I thought I might use this more for like step tracking or fitness once I get back into it. Once I start working out, I'm planning on doing that at 6 months. That gives me a really good recovery time. But after that, I plan on working out, so I thought I might use them to track steps and track workouts and things like that. But for now, they're going to just be blank, so it doesn't matter that the numbers are wrong because I'm not using it at all. The problem comes in the weekly spreads. The numbers are wrong, and I just wrote the numbers in. So here's what it looks like. I've just kind of dabbled with it the first week of the year. So I crossed out everything but January 1st, which was on a Wednesday. So I just changed the date. So January 1st last year started on a Tuesday. I just made it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at this point, I thought I would use this for the whole month, and I didn't end up using some of the weeks. You can see. So I filled in the entire month. And this is this current week, actually. And so I will use this through the end of the month, the end of the last week of the month, which ends up being February 2nd. So here it said February, and I just changed it to January 31st. So I'm going to use this one for the next few weeks. And as you can see, I haven't really used it in the traditional, like, everyday list. I put filming stuff, I put cleaning stuff, I put sorting stuff, and I did not actually stick to like Monday is my only filming day because it's Friday and I'm filming something. Also cleaning day. I didn't clean all these things. I had to do them in steps, and that's how it's been with little baby. Like, I work around her naps, and sometimes her naps are really short. So on cleaning day, I did not get through everything. We had a really, really tough night last night. She didn't go to bed until really late, so she's actually sleeping late this morning. So I ended up finishing up the playroom today. So that's one of the things on the cleaning day list that I never got to on actual Tuesday. Sorting day, some of these things did not happen. We did Goodwill, but that's it. So it's just like that kind of thing. I think in the future, I'm not going to try to break it up by days like I did this week. So this was kind of a fail. I just didn't get to most of the things. I thought I would write just a few things each day. Like, I really want to film X video. I really want to do blah. The only thing I want to do is have dedicated errand days because it's so much easier to not go out and about every single day doing errands and things. I do school pickup every day, so we can work like a quick errand here and there around that. But otherwise, like we're doing quite a few errands, we'll do them in one day and try to avoid going out an extra time multiple times throughout the week. We're not doing baby activities yet because she's not quite old enough. So I'm going to try to use this a little bit different for the following week and not try to break it up into days. And I knew, even like when I said filming day, I knew I wasn't going to get through all of the videos. I just knew going into it I probably wouldn't do all the things. So I think I'm going to be a little more realistic and only pick like 2 or 3 things each day. And some days, I'll tell you what, some days I do one thing at the most. Some days we're just on the couch nursing all day. So it really just depends on the day, what I can actually do. But I like to have some things written down so it keeps me a little bit focused for the week. And then the week doesn't completely disappear on me. And I feel like we just snuggled on the couch all week, which sometimes that's a perfectly viable option as well. But I'm trying to get my stuff together a little bit more now that she's out of the newborn stage a little bit. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm just gonna change the actual dates when I'm using a week. So I thought I would do in the future just 1 week at a time, and it really doesn't matter if the month tab is right because I just leave it open to whatever week it is. Really, I just have it flipped. The problem with this one is I cannot keep it flipped open as easily as I can with this one, so I need to pick out one of my magnetic bookmarks for this one so that I can always flip to my page. That's something that I did lack this last week because I had it sitting out folded over and the bottom page tends to come off, and Livy ended up knocking it, like just pushing it or something, and you can see some of the pages got dinged up because she ended up pulling out some of the pages on accident. However, she knocked it. So they're just not super stable and sturdy when they're flipped over like this and a kid messes with it. So I learned that I do need to just flip it closed, and I thought maybe with that, if I'm just using a week, I'll just stick it in the beginning or stick it at the first tab so that I don't have to worry about finding my spot, flipping the whole thing a bunch. And for the most part, I did leave it out, but I did have that one problem where she ripped out like 4 pages of it because she bumped it or something. Anyway, that's how the whole thing is. I don't think I ever used this one at all. I also bought an Erin Condren hourly, which we're not in yet. We're not at an hourly stage because Stella's really unpredictable right now. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing a week at a time, and I can alternate which book I use. I haven't used this one at all yet for this, but I have used it in the past for other things. So some of these months I do have written stuff, and most of the months I don't. So like I have stuff written on some weeks, but even then, like some of the stuff is like I tried to use it one day and then just didn't go through with it. So I could pick any of these weeks in any month and just cross out the numbers or stick stickers over it or something. You can use any of these weeks. So it doesn't matter if it's not the actual month, because again, I won't use that monthly spread. I'll just stick to using the weeks. I think like right after I ended up getting 3 planners, I ended up getting the iPad. So they barely got touched. I just got them, reviewed them, thought I would use them, and then got the iPad. So I used the iPad, and then I got pregnant, didn't use anything. Now I'm back to trying to use up some of the things because last year was a complete blur. I think I've said that I don't know how many times. Just last year was a whole blur. So now I'm getting back into it, and I really like just being able to repurpose it because it doesn't matter. Like I know for some people that would really bug them, just seeing the number written in. But honestly, it just doesn't bug me. I don't know why. It doesn't bother me at all. I just like being able to use it because it's basically brand new. So it really doesn't matter if I just have to write in the one thing. Now, this is something I do need to start taking advantage of, the weekly focus, because I do need to focus my energy on something. Like this week, I focused it on up here. I did an album purge on my scrapbook channel, which I probably will already have up by the time you guys see this. And I also did a playroom organization video. We had already purged the playroom shortly after Christmas, but we ended up organizing the playroom, and I love the way it's done. That will be another video on this channel. And again, it might already be up. It might come after this one. I don't really know right now off the top of my head. Felt super productive, even just having that list from this week. Just having the list written down on paper, not just in an iPad, has really helped. I like writing my to-dos in physical form. I found that having that part in the iPad was just not as fulfilling. I love my project planning, my YouTube notes, and things like that in there, but I just really want my to-do list stuff written down. So I might end up with having the iPad and a paper planner. I just won't get like the top of the line paper planner. I don't need to spend, gosh, for this one, it was like 80 bucks when all was said and done for this one. I did have referral coupons, I think, so I took off some of the price, but it was still really expensive, and it is one that you can reuse. So from year to year, I can just buy the inserts for this one if I like this one a lot. Otherwise, I can buy like the cheapest one of these and not worry about a very expensive fancy one. So anyway, I'm just using the weekly things at this point, so I can go back and forth really easily week to week. I don't have to refer back to it or refer into the future at all. So I'm just doing this kind of like day by day, week by week planning, and so far it's been pretty good. I felt super productive. And I think that's it. So I hope you guys liked this video. And if you do have an Inkwell press or a planner that doesn't have a spot for a pen, let me know what you do as far as pen loops, because this one's just really tight and inconvenient, and I'm not sure that I love it. And I'm just really curious what you guys do, because I haven't found anything I really liked. That's my only gripe with this. If I leave it flipped open to whatever page I'm on, I can clip them to like the first couple. I have the hiccups now. I can clip them to the first couple of pages, and it's not really a big deal to do it like that, but if I have it closed, it's hard to clip anything. And by the way, the pens I've been using have been a little bit awesome. You can see it looks like an ombre effect because I'm using these chameleon fine liners. They are color changing pens. I'll talk all about them in another video. I just have been using 2 of them at a time so I can get the cool little technique. You can mix any colors you want with it, so I'm really excited about that. I will be posting a video. They're my new pen love. And that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll leave my planner playlist down below. I'll leave links and coupon codes and things for the various planners I showed today, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.